This is for anyone out there who's thinking about relocating to Rhode Island to get closer to the water. It sounds like a dream, and in many ways it is, but there's a lot of things to think about. Reason people are drawn here, you've got ocean access, direct ocean access, coastal towns, incredible views everywhere. You can be taking a drive in Rhode Island and just go, wow. It might not be your front yard, but just amazing views all over the place. And of course, the pace of life is different here than I think if you just go, north to New York. North to Boston or south to New York. And by the way, even a quick walk to the water. I'm right near the Warren River, and just a quick walk there, about 2 blocks, is a great way to break up my day at least. And you might enjoy the same thing. There are obviously different versions of this story. Direct waterfront, that's premium. Maybe you have a dock, or maybe you're right on the water. Maybe you have a private beach. Those are multi-million-dollar properties. Expensive for Rhode Island, but compare them to most places in the country, and they are actually a pretty good deal. You can have a private beach for $2 million. Sounds like a lot, but still, you have a private beach for that amount of money. Then water access is another version of that. That could mean a shared dock. I was recently trying to sell an off-market property that had a shared dock. It was right in front of the property, though. So while it was shared with other people in the neighborhood, it was like your dock. And by the way, if you're sharing the dock, you're also sharing the expenses to, maintain the dock. And then, of course, walking distance to water could also be a thing. Although in Rhode Island, that is one feature we can put on MLS, walk to water. Guess what? Almost everywhere is walk to water in Rhode Island, at least in the urban core in the Providence area. And then there's also freshwater, pond views, lots of ponds, plenty of rivers, river views, pond views, lake views. We have some really beautiful lakes in the middle of Rhode Island and in the parts of Rhode Island like Foster and Gloucester. So you are really buying proximity to the water, not just the water itself or the view itself. And here's what people don't always think about. You are paying for that location. You have to remember that. The water view is going to add something to the value. It adds to the price per square foot. It also adds to the demand, although if the price is at a certain level, there's definitely less demand. And guess what? The long-term value is a factor. There's limited places on the water in Rhode Island. There are a lot of places on the water, but they are limited. It's not like they're not making them anymore. So those spots on the water are a lot of times in demand. By the way, not all perfect. I lived stone's throw from what was the Providence River, just as it approached Narragansett Bay. And look, if your house is painted, you're going to paint it more often. You might have a flood insurance cost. So there's maintenance considerations, insurance considerations, and some places it's going to be colder because you're on the water. Although where we were on the water, the snow seemed to not hit us as hard, so it was kind of better. Let me tell you something. Despite those costs, it was worth it. Beautiful spot. Salt air every morning. The view every morning. It makes you feel good, at least for me. So if you like water and you like Rhode Island, we can find you a place on the water. What I found is that people who are happiest near the water, it's not just about buying the home. It's about buying that lifestyle. And again, it's about buying the view or paying a little extra to have your own private dock. If you have any questions, get in touch with me right here.